Hi there, my name's Donghua. So there's a lot of things online about how to make better decisions, about what to do in certain situations, about how you can improve your game, but I never really found anything to really sort of directly help you improve a specific part of your decision making. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. So this is a new series where basically I analyze solo queue games, I run you through them, and then I ask you what the correct decision is. And you're going to play a little game to see how many correct answers you can get. So the way it works is you start out with 20 points, and for every correct decision you make, you don't lose any points, but for every incorrect decision you make, you lose the amount of points that it shows. So subtract the amount that it shows. Now, you only have 3 seconds to make a decision, so if you don't make a decision in 3 seconds, you subtract 2 points. Because indecisiveness is just as bad as making a wrong decision. So, yeah, let's begin. So for this game, we are analyzing a high elo Korean solo queue Kassadin game. Now, Kassadin is personally one of my favorite champions. I feel that most people can't play him to his full potential because they don't really take advantage of his amazing ability to just get around the map. So first thing that we're gonna look at is what item should you start with on Kassadin? So you're against Victor and Echo is the jungler. So should you start A, Dorn's Ring and 2 potions, B, Flask and 3 potions, or C, Boots and 3 potions? Flask and 3 potions is the safest start. It gives you mana, it gives you a lot of HP, and it's just an all-around great investment. So this is a pretty simple decision, pretty easy to decide on Flask. Now we're going to skip around to a few scenarios within the game, and I'll ask you what the correct decision is. So here you're just farming, you're just laning against Victor, just early laning. Now here, Echo shoots out his W, and you can see the circle right before it happens. Now here, do you A, flash out, B, fight them, or C, try to bait out their summoner spells and flashes? Now here you flash out immediately. There's no reason, I mean absolutely no reason why you wouldn't flash immediately. You're already in the parallel convergence. Echo is about to gap close towards you. If you get stunned, you'll almost certainly die. If not, you'll have to flash out and you'll probably be forced back to base. You can't fight this because you're a level 2 Kassadin and you don't have any damage. Lee Sin is close, but he's still too far away to really get to you. You can't really bait anything out without losing half your HP or dying yourself. So immediately flashing out is the correct decision. Now here Kassadin is just slowly farming, slowly getting CS, just simple laning. Now here, Victor is out of mana. He's completely and you still have half a bar. Now here, what do you want to do? Do you want to all in Victor, go roam to bot lane, or continue farming? Now I know a lot of people don't like to play Farmville. It's very boring. It's very simple, very methodical, but it is one of the most important things about League of Legends is playing slow. You won't be able to kill Victor because, again, you're Kassadin, you don't really have that much. Yes, he doesn't have mana and he won't be able to kill you, but you won't be able to kill him either. And when you're all-inning someone, you are missing CS and you're taking damage from minions, so it's not really worth it if you can't kill them. Now, roaming, you can't really roam top because Rumble is pushed up. You can't really roam bot because it's 2 people and you have no mobility as Kassadin. You can't on certain champions you cannot roam until you have your ultimate. And Kassadin is one of these champions. So simply sitting in lane, farming, playing very methodically, playing very slow is the best decision. Now here you're backing with 1600 gold in your pocket. Now, there are several different build paths you can go in the mid-game. Sork Shoes and Pots, Large Rod and Pots, Catalyst, Boots and Pots, or Blasting Wand, Boots and Pots. Best decision here is to simply go Catalyst. Catalyst is great on Kassadin because you're playing towards that late game. Catalyst gives you a little bit more tankiness to survive Victor. It also gives you a little more sustain to deal with his poke. It also gives you more mana to harass him back. So Catalyst here is definitely the best decision. Now in this situation, you've been trading with Victor a little bit, and you see him walk down bot. Now, what do? Do you follow Victor down bot? Do you continue farming the minions in mid? Do you try to get mid tower? Or do you go top lane and try to help Rumble? Following Victor is definitely the correct decision. A lot of mid laners don't really follow their opponent when they start to roam. They just ping their teammates, hey, he's coming, be careful. But a lot of times when this happens, your teammates can't really do anything. It's like you're warning people about Hurricane Katrina, but if you're not helping them get out, they're still all going to die. Following your laners is very important, unless you know for a fact that your bottom lane or your jungler has some type of amazing disengage. You need to follow your laner, otherwise your team will get punished for it. Now, as we watch bot lane unfold, we can see that Lee Sin has picked up a lot of kills, but he just missed the ward over the wall where he wanted to ward hop. So, in this situation, you see Victor coming up. You have two options. Fight Victor or try to help Lee Sin. In this situation, you definitely want to go for the Victor. The Victor is the squishy one. Lee Sin is being zoned out by Sion. There is no way that you will really do any significant amounts of damage to Sion because all you have is a Catalyst, and Sion has a null magic mantle already. Victor has a lot of area of effect damage, so bringing him towards yourself and Lee Sin will allow him to do even more damage. Simply removing the other mid laner from the actual fight and zoning him out can potentially win a team fight for your team. So Kassadin goes all in on Victor, zones him away from the fight. Victor would do a lot more in a team fight because he has a lot more area of effect. He has an area of effect CC, he has an area of effect ult. He would do a lot more, but since Kassadin zoned him out, Victor couldn't really get in there. And all Victor was allowed to do that fight was just stand there and watch, and once they were done with Sion, Kassadin can use his ult, catch back up with Victor, and secure another kill for his team. Now after that team fight, your team has just helped you secure blue buff. You have 650 gold in your pocket. What should you do after this? Should you go help your team secure dragon, go bot lane and try to get bot tower, or go back mid lane and get some farm? Now, while usually it would be better to help secure an objective with your team, in this case it's better to simply go mid and farm because for several reasons. First off, pretty much everyone on red team has just died and they're just respawning, so there will be no competition. Second reason is because you only have 650 gold. You're ahead of Victor right now, so you want to buy bigger items. 650 is a very awkward amount of gold to have because the only real thing you can buy is amp tome and consumable. If you go mid and farm out some minions that are pushing towards your tower, you'll have enough for either Sork Shoes or a blasting wand to have an even bigger, more significant advantage over your lane opponent. So going mid is the best decision. Now, you've just arrived back into lane with your blasting wand. Victor has just bought an amp tome and some potions. So what is the best decision here? Do you all in Victor? Do you sit back and farm? Do you roam bot? Or do you roam top? All-inning Victor is definitely the best decision. When you have an advantage over someone, you need to press that advantage. You have an 800 gold lead on Victor. You want to turn that into a 2,000 gold lead, and then a 3,000, and so on and so forth. Victor has no flash, no ultimate, because he just used those things. He just used flash. You just saw him use flash. You still have your flash, you still have your ignite, you have all of your cooldowns up. Simply walk up, all in, tower dive Victor, and kill him. Do not be afraid of using all of your summoner spells. If you use all of your summoner spells, you get the kill and you get out safely, it's worth. It doesn't matter if you use everything, so long as you get the kill, it's worth. Now here you've just killed Victor and you've just shoved out the wave. Do you A, go back to base and buy, B, go top and help Rumble, C, farm jungle minions, or D, go bot and help your bot lane? If we look at bot lane on the minimap, we can see that Echo is about to go in, so he'll probably go in very deep. Lee Sin is fairly close to bot lane, so he should be able to get there around the same time that you will be able to get there. So as long as you get there immediately with Lee Sin, immediately, that means you go right now. You don't wait, you just go down bot lane. Even though you're less than half health, your flash charges by the time you get down there will have been ticking for a while, so you'll be back up to about like 2/3 or so. Once you get down there with Lee Sin, your combined mobilities and damage will be able to secure a lot of kills easily. Now here, Lee Sin has just secured a double kill. Sivir is out of mana but somewhat far away. Do you tower dive or do you back out? Tower diving is way too risky in this situation. Yes, Sivir is incredibly low. Yes, she's out of mana. But Lee Sin has just used his Q and his E to finish Echo off. You have just used every single one of your abilities just to get to Echo. You've used your Q, your W, your E, and your ultimate just to get closer to Echo. Neither of you have enough damage to get to Sivir, and we also know that Victor has just recently respawned. So, if he decides to walk down bot lane, he could potentially get 2 shutdown kills. And that could be the thing that brings Red Team back into this game. Sivir is also 0-1. She doesn't have any kills. She doesn't have a bounty on her. So the reward for this dive is way too low for the risk that you could be taking. Now Kassadin decides to proxy farm here because he knows that the jungler has just recently died. The bot lane will have just went back to base. And Victor, the only way to approach him is through lane, and he has an ultimate to get out if Victor decides to chase him. So he proxies bot lane for a little bit of extra gold and a little bit of extra farm. He goes back to base and completes his row. So here Lee Sin just kind of solos out Victor. Very nice for Kassadin. He no longer has a lane opponent. He didn't really need to flash, but extra style points are always nice. You pick up blue from Lee Sin, and you go back to mid and continue to lane. Now here there are several options for you. 1 is to go top and try to clean up some kills. 2 is to stay mid lane and farm minions. 3 is to go bot lane and try to help Corki get a tower. Or 4 is to simply all in Victor. Best decision here is to simply all in Victor again. One of the things that you should be doing if you're not doing it already is timing people's flashes. Flash is the most important cooldown in the game. It basically dictates whether you'll get a kill or not. This Kassadin knows that Victor's flash is still on cooldown because he just used it a while ago. He knows that his barrier is still on cooldown because he just used it. He knows that his ultimate is still on cooldown because he just fucking used it. So it's easy, it's a free kill, and I love free things. Simply go up, dive Victor, and get your free kill. 3 people were just top, so you don't really have to worry about another person coming to mid. Simply go all in, dive Victor, and get another free kill. Now Victor is back in lane, and you're back in lane. Victor has all of his cooldowns back up, and you have all of your cooldowns except for flash back up. Here, Lee Sin tries to catch Echo in his own jungle. Tahm Kench consumes Echo, and Victor walks up. Right here you have 2 options. Either go for Echo, or go for Victor. Here, the best decision would definitely have just gone in on Victor. Victor is still really squishy. You have your Roa, you have your Ignite up. There is no reason not to just simply go in and zone Victor out of the fight. Victor, again, has a lot more area of effect and a lot better teamfight potential than Kassadin. Echo is inside Tahm Kench's stomach right now, so there's really no point for Kassadin to go over that wall and try to kill Echo. Echo still also has his ultimate, which also kind of gives him a small timeout, and simply going in and zoning Victor away from the fight would prevent a lot of AoE damage. Now, unfortunately, Kassadin decided to go in on Echo instead, and as you can see here, he doesn't actually even get Echo. Victor deals a large amount of area of effect damage to the team, and Kassadin is also zoned off by the gravity field. If he had simply instead gone in on Victor, Victor would never have had the opportunity to set down all of those spells. Thanks to Bard's Q, Victor gets to pick up a nice shutdown on Lee Sin worth 500 gold, but he of course gets punished right after by dying himself. After all this unfolds, blue team just kind of collapses and cleans up the rest of red team. Corki and Kassadin secure mid lane and go over to blue buff, where Kassadin gets yet another one of Victor's blue buffs. Now here you're pressuring mid tower and Echo comes up to you. Do you fight or do you run? If you take a quick look at Echo's items, you can see that he has 0 magic resist. So he's going to be very susceptible to your damage. All he has is a Sightstone, a Cinder Hulk, and a Ruby Crystal. He won't really be able to do anything towards you. He doesn't have his ultimate up, so he doesn't have that safety net. He also doesn't have any backup. Simply using all of your abilities and your Ignite, not holding anything back, simply secures you another kill, and it also secures you mid-tower. Now, I'm not going to show you the rest of the game because at this point, red team has pretty much given up. I would as well. They're 20 kills down. Lee Sin pretty much destroyed top lane, and along with Kassadin's roaming and mid dominance, this game was pretty much in the bag. Yes, Lee Sin did a lot of heavy lifting this game, but without Kassadin's amazing roaming and lane dominance, the game wouldn't have really gone the same way. So I hope you learned something. I hope this helps you make better decisions. Hopefully you got a decent score and you didn't get a negative score. Any feedback is appreciated, as this is my first time doing it. If you'd like to see a specific champion or a specific matchup, leave it in the comments below, and hopefully I'll get to it. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.